Hey everybody, welcome to the 179th episode of Super Joystick Radio, a weekly gathering of friends here to talk about all things video games. My name is Andy Halder and I'm joined by two of my favorite party members, Jay Schmed. He's muted.
God damn it.
Right for the announcement too. And Justin D.
Oh, what up?
That was really good. I'm going to keep that in just because it's hilarious, Schmed. Today
You didn't get to hear my amazing yeehaw. It was Red Dead Redemption, man. Damn it.
You can still do it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. It's not going to be the same.
I'm waiting for it. Jay Schmed.
No, go ahead, man.
All right.
It's
I
too
think we
much
should just
pressure
start
now.
over now.
Oh, shit. Hey, I wasn't kidding about the Twitch thing, though. Did you want to try that? We'll
Today?
get some viewers.
Now?
Is it
We're
too?
already, it's already set up.
Oh.
And everyone on, anyone who wants to jump in on Patreon or Facebook or anything will be confused. But we can try
Next
it.
week, though. Let's give it a shot, yeah. Or maybe after this, we could do some testing.
That could work too.
Uh,
I can't believe, what did you mute yourself for? You were just
I
saying.
muted because I was like putting a last-minute touch on the notes, so I muted so my keyboard wasn't being picked up, and
Oh,
then
okay.
yeah, I didn't catch it on the way back in.
I can cut that out anyways.
I'm sorry,
It's
dude.
not a big
That was
deal.
my bad.
Shit.
That's hilarious. The YouTubers are getting a show.
Yeah, right.
I really
Yeah,
wish you
man.
would have just done the yeehaw again.
Yeah.
'Cause
Sorry. It was one of those things like the pressure was on, and
it's just a yeehaw.
I
I'm not asking you to like recite the
well, it's
Pledge
like
of
when
Allegiance
somebody
or anything.
tries to tell you to like tell a joke, and you already
Tell a
said
joke,
it.
clown.
It's not the same. It's not the same
You're like, yeah,
emphasis on the syllable.
I can't just yeehaw on command, bruh.
Yeah, bro.
All right, here we go. Let's do this again. Hey everybody, welcome to the 179th episode of Super Joystick Radio, a weekly gathering of friends here to talk about all things video games. My name is Andy Halder and I'm joined by two of my favorite party members, Jay Schmed and Justin D.
I'm Batman.
Yes.
Today we'll be discussing the new game streaming service announced by Plex, a Retro Celeste mini-sequel, as well as other news from the gaming world. But first, what have we been playing? Schmed, you want to take us off?
Yeah, boys. It started off with the Sackboy, A Big
Ooh.
Adventure.
The Sack Boy.
Andy, I know you guys have been playing it, the Halder family as well, and
Yeah.
we hit that credit roll yesterday.
Woo!
Nice.
You guys get that one finished up too?
We've been on the last boss for a long time, and
Okay.
my 4-year-old doesn't really like playing the boss if we keep dying. So
It's tough, man.
Yeah, but it's annoying because the last boss, it's the exact same as the other times you fight him. It's just like
Sped
the
up
mechanics
or-
are the same, but it's just like a little tiny bit variant.
Yeah.
There's a variant.
Change up in the platforming a little bit. Maybe the platforms move or something instead of not. I think they don't move in the mid boss, but
Yeah, I was hoping for a completely different experience for the last boss fight. So
yeah.
it's kind of disappointing.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I totally thought that same thing too. I'm like, this is
This
yeah,
is
I was
lazy
expecting
as
something
fuck.
a little more, more of a curveball, if you will.
Right.
like kind of throw something new at me and confuse me because it was pretty much the same, like you said.
Well, and how many
Um,
times do you fight him? Is it like 3 or 4? It's at least 3,
It's at
including
least
the last
three,
one.
Yeah, because there's one where you think it's the end, and then they tease you, and a couple more levels open up, and but actually, yeah, I guess I don't want to spoil anything. Then I thought you had finished it, so
Oh shoot! So maybe there is something after. Okay, all right.
well, let's just say it's not a major spoiler. It's sort of like,
There's more
it-
game after the.
wasn't there a Mario game that did this where it's sort of like like a Lost Levels or like the Star level kind of thing where it opens up these.
Oh.
That was more of a secret, wasn't it? In Super Mario Land.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
But this
Mario
is sort
World.
of there's like a couple extra levels they give you after the credit roll, but then there's there's one like major level at the end. It's like you have to collect all the orbs in the game to get in there and unlock
Oh wow,
it.
really?
Yeah,
That's
so it's like
crazy.
the major collectible kind of treat for somebody who's going to actually go through the game and get all that stuff. And I felt bad for my little guy because we finished. There's a you finish the boss. There's a credit roll, and then a couple like new levels opened up, and I saw how many orbs it takes to get them and things. And I was like, "Yeah, Gray, we're gonna send this back to GameFly," and he's just like immediately crushed.
But we didn't finish it, Dad.
I know because we rented it, and I told him like I want to send it back. We'll get something new, something different, and we still have. I've been explaining to him what kind of eases the blow is. Little Big Planet 3 is on, PlayStation Plus or whatever, so we can play that. And I told him, Izzy's got that too, and they can still play that together. So
it's funny that you mentioned
Gray's
that.
not happy about it, but
It's funny that you mentioned that because Izzy wanted to go back and play Little Big Planet 3. Like she's not as into Sackboy anymore. I think probably because we got stuck at that last quote unquote last boss.
Yeah.
Apparently, thanks for the spoiler. But anyway, so we went back to Little Big Planet 3, and it is so clunky compared to it just feels like you're stuck in that game on the
just the jump and stuff.
Yeah, I just don't like it. Sackboy feels so much better, and Little Big Planet 3 too. I didn't know where we were supposed to go, and it didn't seem real clear what we were supposed to do to get to the next world, and it just seemed like very messy compared to Sackboy.
Yeah, the way they set up Sackboy has been probably the best Little Big Planet type experience, especially because that overworld map just makes it so much easier when you're selecting a level you want to go to, and it just makes more sense. Because a lot of times in the other Little Big Planet games, you're rotating around this little 3D map thing, and it gets kind of janky. It's like it starts to, I don't know, it's not as clear, I'd say, as what level you're on and things like that. So
yeah, I
apologize. My cat is extremely vocal right now. I'm sorry for hearing that.
That's all right. It changes it up, adds some unexpected sounds.
So, yeah, I mean, I really like it though. Sackboy: A Big Adventure. It's a fun little platforming adventure and great for the kids. It's a good family game
for sure.
I kind of wish we had 3 controllers at the house because we could have had the full on Schmeds over here.
That would have been cool.
Rocking some Sackboy.
The other thing.
Go ahead.
The other thing about that, I should have raised my hand. Sorry. You know what? I was just thinking about something. We could just go like this.
Yeah, to make it easier. I'm next.
But anyways, yeah. So the other thing is that if you're playing it in PlayStation 4 mode, you could play with PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 controllers. But I'm pretty sure you can't do that if you're playing the PlayStation 5 one. So
I'm really regretting getting rid of both DualShock 4s. I should have hung on to one of those.
I kept one around. And we actually played Overcooked the other day with 3 people, which I don't think I've ever done.
Oh, nice.
Except, well, maybe with you and Dan a long time ago, but
yeah, love those games.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Sackboy: A Big Adventure. Highly recommend that one. This gen and last gen.
Very good.
Fire that bad boy up. And then real quick, nothing too crazy to update on Red Dead Redemption 2. Still working at it.
Yeehaw!
Ride 'em, cowboy.
Random sound effect.
I've been insert random Western noise.
Tumbleweed.
Yeah, I forget what the hell I said the other day, and Caitlin, my wife, has said something like, "You've been playing way too much Red Dead."
Yep.
I think because I was telling Gray I was move it along, boy, or something, something like around those lines. He's like, "You've been getting that Western accent going on over here," but yeah. So I'm at chapter 6, and I think I'm getting really close to the end of chapter 6. Just because I feel like I've hit a couple of the more epic, lengthier missions, if you will,
mm-hmm.
a little longer and kind of crazy shit happened in the story. So, but I didn't realize, spoiler, I got crazy tuberculosis, man. I'm fucking dying out there. Is this normal? Did this happen to you guys?
No, man. You fucked up.
Well, that was my thought. I'm like, did Rockstar put in some kind of disease system in here where you just die from some random? It's
that would have been really cool If you
It's like Oregon Trail. You could just get bit by a
Just a
snake and
dare?
die. Yeah.
no, it's scripted.
Okay, so everybody got tuberculosis then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that and Andy, you said something via text this week, or didn't you say like measles or something? Or I forget. You said something
No,
via text like,
Justin
No,
said that.
Said it wasn't. At least it wasn't the clap.
"Oh, the clap."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "What? Can you get the clap in Red Dead? What's going on, man?"
Did you actively just try to go get it then?
I'm like, "Must find clap trophy. Where's that at?"
He's getting baths from everybody.
All right.
Oh man, but what a fun game. Fully immersed in this now, and yeah, it's kind of cool how they did add those little bits of like seeing Arthur struggle through the tuberculosis too, because it just kind of starts off as a mild cough.
Mhm.
Like you'll hear him just kind of hack once, and then it'd be like 6-8 hours down the line. Then he's like having a hard time getting off the horse, and he's kind of breathing heavy, and so it's just kind of cool how they like let that thing progress throughout the game, and it's always at the most random times. Or,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's the little things like that that make it feel, alive and real, if you will.
The details.
Oh, and another major update, because I know we went for about 20-30 minutes talking about video quality and like how our settings are in Red Dead, but I didn't give up. I kept fighting at that HDR, trying to find like the sweet spot for it and make it not look as dumpy
Mm-hmm.
at the time. And I think the reason was I had my HDR set to HDR bright instead of just HDR normal
Mhm.
or something
On the
other than
TV
that.
itself.
Yeah, in like just regular settings of the TV. And it was something with that, because as soon as I turned it down to normal HDR, I went back in and recalibrated inside of Red Dead, and I came out of that and it looks like crystal clear.
Nice.
The draw distance was better, lighting and contrast was amazing. Like it was cool because I had a really cool shot when I was calibrating, sorry, of the woods, and like the trails and shit in front of me was all kind of dark, like forest greens and all that shit. And then I look up, and the sky, the sun was just starting to come out, so the sky was all blue and cloudy. And it was cool. I had that like really sharp contrast between the dark forest and then the blue sky up top. So
That's awesome. I'm glad that you
Yeah.
got it figured out.
yeah, I'm really happy with that. I actually text you on PSN too. I'm like, I figured it out. HDR.
Oh, did you? I didn't notice that.
I'm like, I finally got that shit looking good.
It kind of sucks that you played through so much of the game without it, though.
Yeah, I had been switching back and forth throughout the whole thing, but
Oh, okay.
it's all good. It's been amazing ride either way. It's such a fun, beautiful game. I love I think we mentioned it before, all the scripted, moments in the missions and things like that make it feel special and not just a clunky little third-person open world game. So, Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure I'm going to give the online a try again. I think I might just finish the story and, be done with it for a while. So,
How many hours do you think you got in it?
last I checked, I'm like around 40 hours right now. So,
Nice.
Side
the
note-
story completion is at like 75% or something when I go in the progress menu in Red Dead.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you doing much of the collecting?
I actually just started getting into the hunting a little bit. I was trying to get some pelts and things to upgrade my satchel a little, and not for no reason at all. I just kind of wanted to see if I could get the perfect pelts or whatever. When you get, and I did get a couple. I killed a couple wolves and was able to skin them things. And yeah, Andy, you mentioned the fucking skinning animals and stuff. How fucking detailed that shit is. It's crazy.
It's gross, right? Like you can't really do it in front of a kid.
Yeah, there's just a shell of an animal sitting there, like it's so fucked up. But yeah, then you throw the pelt on the back of the horse and roll out. But yeah, I haven't really done a ton of collecting. I know there's it's like GTA, right, where there's a shit ton of stuff to do.
Yeah.
Right.
As far as collector items and things. And I really haven't done a ton of side stuff either. I've just been focusing on the little yellow icons out there. Because I'm assuming I've seen the little like gray ones that are out there of other people. I'm assuming those are kind of
optional.
Side quest,
Yeah.
optional things.
The yellow
And
ones
then
are
there's,
what
like, little
progress the
question
main
marks.
story.
Yeah, just the yellow ones. But yeah, having a good time. Red Dead Redemption. Do you guys ever see yourself playing the online again, or?
As I've said many times before, not until they bring the DeLorean in or something something else kind of crazy would have to jump in there.
Yeah.
Zombies, man. It's just
Or
gotta go-
zombies is
yeah,
the
bring
other
in the
thing.
zombies.
Yep.
That'll do it. Yeah, I just something about maybe it's just the Wild Wild West theme of it all. I think if I'm gonna play an open world game with my friends, I'd rather do Grand Theft Auto for
Right.
some reason. Maybe too, it's because we've spent more time in there and I'm farther along. I have more weapons and things like that, so it's more enticing to jump in the GTA.
Actually, yeah.
Right.
I know the DeLorean isn't really going to happen, but zombies would definitely make me go back in. If they could do like a thing where it's online with your friends and it doesn't necessarily have to be PvP, like if they add that component like that with zombies or something like that, yeah, that would be enough for me for sure.
Right on.
Count me in.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Red Dead boys, let's get the zombies going. Let's get a petition out there.
Andy, you were gonna say something. I kept cutting you off, buddy.
No, that's okay. I was hoping nobody noticed, and now I don't remember what it was.
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say sidebar on the ability to check your time again. We've talked about it before, but on PlayStation, can you do it with 4? Schmed, do you know?
No.
Or yeah.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't
you can't.
remember noticing that.
Well, with PS5 being able to go in and look at your, how many hours you've played for each game is huge. We've been asking for that for years.
Right.
Yep.
Now, how many of those hours are me passing out at night with Red Dead still on? I don't know, but
Well, hopefully you get that under control so you can have accurate readings.
it's tough living that dad life, trying to get the few hours of gaming in at the end of the day.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Also, sidebar, on Red Dead 2 Redemption, I only have 32% of the trophies. So that gives you an idea of how much stuff there is.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, kudos to the gamers that can sit back and tear that game up 100%. I don't know. I just don't have the time. Too many games to play.
What's the percentage on the? Are you looking at the platinum right now?
Yeah.
What's the
0.1.
Yeah, that's crazy.
0.1%.
That game's sold millions. I mean, so yikes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's tough.
You know what I like to do is look at the completion ratio or percent on the trophies for when they have them like complete chapter 1 or like something that you get right at the beginning or somewhere, so you can see. So actually complete chapter 1, it looks like 74% of people got that one. So 25% of people that have played Red Dead haven't even completed the first chapter.
That's crazy.
Holy shitballs.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That should be
Yeesh.
100% easy.
Should be. I'm looking to
Right.
see if there's any high ones.
I forgot how far I was into it. I was well into chapter 3, I think, when I started back up here recently. So to start over, I would have lost probably close to 20 hours.
And chapter 3 is the big one, I think, right?
Yeah.
That's when it like really opens up.
I was well into that.
I think you're at the end, Shred, or you're really, really close.
I think there's
I've been
8
cheating a little bit.
chapters,
I looked at a walkthrough and it said epilogue. I still have like an epilogue to do and something else.
That's actually pretty beefy too.
Yeah, from what I hear. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep chipping away. I should be done with it by next week. But...
Nice.
Red Dead. How about you, Justin? What have you been rocking?
Yeah, so I picked up a copy of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World for the Switch. It came to that here last week, and
I'm jealous, man.
It's great.
Damn.
I love it. It's I love and hate the game. So the combat's rough. It just really is like it reminds me of like vintage arcade games where it's better if you play with people than by yourself, because it makes the combat feel very stiff and you just get fucked over all the time. Like I just kept getting knocked down in boss fights and I was like, this is irritating as shit. Like I can't learn from a game if I can't fucking move. So I haven't checked it out yet. I know for sure it's local co-op. I don't know about online co-op. So I'll have to check that out here.
We had that on 360 a while back. I feel like we did play online.
Yeah.
But it could be different now with the remake one. Yeah, I'm not sure.
But like I said, I just picked it up here. I'm only on the second level. I got to the skateboarding douchebag at the end, and and he just summons his minions of other skatebag douchebags that just run me over, and I'm like, okay. I like almost had a moment where I threw my Switch. Like it's like Cuphead to me. Like I was like, oh motherfucker. But I love the art style. It's great. I love it. It's really cool looking. The music is great too. That's Anna Managuchi that does that. And the chiptunes is just fantastic there. It does remind me it's very nostalgic in the sense that when I play this game, it reminds me of like playing like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at Chuck Cheese. You know, like that's straight up what it reminds me of. So again, I just picked it up. If there is a way to play online,
there is, by the way, I fact checked you.
Nice.
Yes.
So yeah, hit me up. We'll go. We'll do that shit on the Switch. So
I actually bought it on PS4 last week also because I thought Izzy might like it.
Yeah,
and she wanted to like it, but after playing it for a while, it is kind of boring. Like,
yeah,
I love, like you said, my two biggest things are I absolutely love the art style, and I absolutely love Anna Managuchi, who does the music. And then also, I don't know if did you notice that I think this is accurate. But I think when you start the level, like level 1, let's just say, the music is all digital. But then as you progress through the level, the Anna Managuchi stuff comes in with like the real guitars and drums.
Oh, really? I wasn't locked in that. I was like, I got to kill this next bastard. I got to pay more attention.
Because Anna Managuchi that's what they do. They actually use old NES systems and Game Boys and use the sound boards on those to sequence music, and then they play along with it with real instruments like guitars and drums, and there's no vocals or anything, but the guitars and drums and stuff, especially in Scott Pilgrim, are very subtle. So they blend really well. But
nice.
Yeah.
I'll definitely check for that. But do you know if there could be crossplay?
I don't know. We should check that out. It would be awesome if there was.
For sure there would be.
It is Ubisoft, so it's possible.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I'd be down. All right, but we'll check that out later. So I've also obviously still been carrying on with Final Fantasy 11. So this is my venture through Vana'diel. I got my monk to 99, geared him up to 117.
The dancing monk
dancer.
Monk dancer. Right now we're rocking a monk warrior, so I feel very unstoppable, like Bruce fucking Lee. Like I'm like
fucking smashing. Yes. Smashing fools.
Dude, just crazy. It's tons of fun. Got my warrior and thief. They're up to level 60 and unlocked their artifact armor. So that's back in the day when the cap was at 75 and not at 99. Having your artifact armor made you kind of a big deal. Now that it's 99, you're not a big deal, but it's nice to have. And this is stuff that like is directly only for that class. Like, so for warrior only gets the warrior artifact armor, and the thief only gets the thief artifact armor, and they boost their skills. It's super cool. I got the rank 9 out of 10 in my homeland nation. And so I also decided that I'm going to be doing a Let's Play as the Dark Knight while talking like the Dark Knight.
Ooh.
So, yes, I'll be
shit.
talking like Batman from Christian Bale Batman. I'm going to do a level from 1 to 99 stream on the SJR Twitch.
Sweet.
And might even wear a mask.
I was just going to ask.
What? Yes.
Cannot confirm or deny that, but and then if it's all goes well, it's super successful, then I'll probably do another one, and I'll flip it to Discord and let people pick that out, which class I should do next.
Sweet. I am all about that. That sounds great.
That's going to be rad.
Hell
I
yeah.
can't wait to check that out.
I vote for the
Should
mask.
be here in the next, I'll pick that up soon, but I should be here within the next couple of weeks. I'm trying to unlock a few things to make it easier and also, streamline it a little bit easier for myself. Because I think it's probably going to take me about a minimum of 6 hours to go from 1 to 99. I want to just unlock a few more things to make it easier on myself. So those are the two games that I've been playing most recently, just kind of catch everybody up on. But big one is Final Fantasy 15, the Royal Edition.
Woo-wee.
Ooh.
Yes. So I picked this back up, sort of like a redemption or regret kind of thing. And because I really didn't care for 15 when it came out. I really
You
just
talked about that.
Yep. I was not a fan of it. I'm not a big fan of sci-fi fantasy. I get the I get it. It's part of sort of that same genre
You take
realm.
that back.
I'm sorry, I don't like it. I either want my Star Wars or I want my high fantasy. Like, I don't want a mixture of the two. I don't want
I get high and watch fantasy. Come on.
well, I mean like magic and shit, bro. Like I want magic, but I don't want like driving cars.
That's
like,
so cool. I love the whole like
Mixture?
magic with guns and like that. Oh, it's so cool. I love it.
I don't know. I just don't care.
You're crushing me, man. Fantasy Star. It's all that.
But I think like if it was like you were playing a character that didn't rely on the machines as much, like I like Final Fantasy 14, and there's always the bad guys who are like super industrial and they're all into like tech and like magic suits and shit like that. And then you play a character that's like, I like swords and magic and like, woo, fireball. Like that's the kind of character that I like to play as. I don't really like to play as like the sci-fi kind of hero. And I kind of realized that it kind of dawned on me that the main impact of the story for me is I just don't like the hero. I think Noctis is kind of a prick.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what that holds me back from 7 and 8 too, is I don't really care for their personalities either with Cloud and Squall. And maybe they develop more, but it's sort of that first impression. Like when you first meet Cloud, like they're going into the Shinra building to blow up a power cell or whatever like that, and he's just very standoff and reserved, and I just don't really like him. He doesn't have like a great personality to gel with. But like in like 9 when you play as Zidane, or in 10 when you play as Titus, they are likable heroes. And you like just really like, you're like, oh man, that guy could be my friend. They don't take themselves too seriously, and they still have some confidence to them. Like they're very like Playboy-esque kind of guys, but they're jokey, and then I kind of relate to that a little bit more. As they're not, they're silly. They're not as serious and rigid as I feel like Cloud and Squall and even Noctis is. And
that makes sense.
Yeah. So again, I think maybe the hero has a little bit to do with why I didn't like it as much. I still really hate the camera angle because the game is beautiful to look at, and I wish I had more control over it, especially in combat, because I feel like it gets away from you from time to time. And I do feel like it's a little busy with all the different controls. Like for an action RPG, there's like so many weapons you could switch to, and you unlock so many different things. It's just, I feel like it could be a lot at any given time. So, trying to keep all that straight while trying to manage a camera that is a little wild, can be counterintuitive and can hurt the game a little bit. Now, it is still very engaging. I do like the quick decisions, the action adventure versus the traditional JRPG where it's the turn take. It is fun. It takes the sort of chess out of the game, and it makes it a little bit more fluid. And I can appreciate that, especially with how games are transitioning now. And I do think it's successful in that sense. Now, again, I like I said, when it first came out, I bought the original, and then a year later, they came out with the Royal Edition, which included a lot of the DLC. They just put the Royal Edition on sale here, I think last week. It's part of the Games for Under 20 through the 4th of February. That's going to be running. So if you haven't picked it up and you want to try it out, you can get it for I think $17 right now. But I do wish that you could climb. Oh yes, sorry, Andy. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to add to that too. And if you have PlayStation Now, it's on there. It's also on Xbox Game Pass, and it's free on the PlayStation Plus games if you have PS5. Mm-hmm. And that's the Royal Edition too. So
nice.
Lots of ways to play. Or if you send me an email, I'll ship it to you and let you have it. How about that? You can have it because I have it free anyways on PlayStation Plus. It's not the Royal Edition; it's just the regular one. So reach out to me on Facebook or Twitter, and I'll send it to you.
SJR giveaway.
Woo!
Solid. I was going to say too that I wish I could climb like in Breath of the Wild. Now I know that obviously Breath of the Wild kind of started the brand new thing where it's super open world and you can go wherever you want to, assuming you have the energy to get there. I do wish that obviously they took so much time. The game is very beautiful. I would love to be able to explore all the vistas and climb every single mountain. And there are ways, obviously, to jump up some of the hills and rocks and kind of platform a little bit, but it doesn't allow you. There is no way to sort of cheat the system like in Skyrim, where you jump on a horse and climb the mountain that way. And I jokingly said here, I wish that they'd give me a chocobo so I could cheat my way to the top.
There you go.
Right. But yeah, like I said, it would be really cool if you could be able to climb to those vistas. Like, again, they spent so much time making this world so beautiful and so realistic in ways. I just want to be able to experience it all and get this great, like, breathtaking view.
Yeah.
That I know it has. I mean, clearly
it's there. Yeah. You just can't go there because the mechanics are just, you're basically stuck on the ground.
Right.
They do give you chocobos though. Have you not seen those yet?
No. Yeah. When I played it through the first time, beat it the first time. I did. Actually, no, I didn't. I got to the last chapter before I gave up because I just didn't care for the story.
Yeah. The last was the worst because they like changed the entire game in that last chapter, or was it the chapter before? I forget.
I just remember going through like the time like warp or whatever like that, and you come out like it's kind of like a 20 years older.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forget where. I think they've actually changed it, but there was something that everybody hated about, like, I think it was like chapter 7 or something like that.
No, I think there's 16 chapters, and I got to chapter 15, and then like it's just right before you fight the main boss of the entire game.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, one thing I was going to say too is there's a big distinction between the Royal Edition and the Royal Pack upgrade. So if you bought the original game and you think, oh, I can get the Royal Pack upgrade, I don't need to go with the Royal Edition, which would be buying the entire game over again. So the Royal Pack upgrade takes a lot of the cosmetic stuff that first came out with, like some of the extra weapons that are in the previous Final Fantasies, like Lightning's weapon, and they use Zidane's daggers, and there's a few other weapons too, and also car skins and stuff like that. That's all part of the Royal Pack. It does not include the DLC for the chapters of Prompto, Ignis, Gladius, and the multiplayer. So the Royal Edition includes all of that. If you ended up buying the Royal Pack right now, which is $750, those 4 packs alone, the multiplayer, and then the 3 of your party member, they're all on sale too, but they're half off. So you end up spending more than what the Royal Edition is right now. So that's why I went the Royal Edition, because you get more value out of that, because you get everything that's in the Royal Pack plus all the DLC. So if you want to experience it with DLC, the chapters that came out with for the other party members, go with the Royal Edition. It's cheaper that way. And again, I'm still hoping that the story can change my mind. Again, I wasn't a huge fan the first time, and like I said, hoping the DLC will fill in that pages, fill in those gaps, because I never really cared for the fact that you had to watch YouTube. Like there was like a small anime that they did and released it on YouTube to like fill you in on like the backstory of your friends, and then they came out with a pretty CG movie that's like pretty much rendered entirely just like all the cutscenes are from 15 as a full-length movie as Kingsglaive, and that's like when the kingdom gets taken over by the evil empire or whatever. And that one's good too, but again, it's sort of unnecessary. I wish all this was in the game and you could have played through it versus how they did it, but it is what it is. And like I said, I'm hopeful that the DLC will kind of fill in those gaps, and I'm hopeful that I can just kind of look past Noctis and maybe just focus on the rest of the party, because I like the other guys, just don't really care for Noctis. Like I said, this one came out as an 8 or a 9, depending on who you rely on for video game reviews. I think IGN gave it a 9. I think on Metacritic it holds like an 82, 83. And it's, like I said, it's on sale right now. So if you haven't played it and you want to check it out on the PS4 specifically, you can get it for $17.49 for the Royal Edition. And like I said, what Andy mentioned too is if you have the PS5 with the PlayStation games, you get that through that or through the Xbox Game Pass. So check it out. It's a great game. Yeah, for sure.
Or contact me and I'll send you my copy. But it's not the Royal Edition.
Good deal.
It's on PS4, by the way. My copy. Also, I just want to throw in there that I did get the platinum on this game. So we should do a golf clap.
Ooh, golf clap.
Yes, clapping for myself.
Nice. Very nice.
And in looking at the trophy list, I'm seeing all of the expansions like listed here, and holy shit, there's a lot of
Yeah.
content that I haven't played because I didn't play any of these because I played it before even the first expansion came out. So I'd be interested to go back in there.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so I have
Yeah.
been playing more Cyberpunk 2077.
Nice.
And I got the credit roll. Hooray!
Yeah.
Oh,
Nope.
nice.
No platinum on this. Not even close.
Na.
Yay! But holy shit, the credits are like a half hour. Like I was sitting there
Jesus.
waiting for them to end, and it's like never ending credits. It's crazy. Guess there's a lot of people that worked on the game.
Yeah.
But something cool at the end, like towards the end, you're faced with a choice that affects the actual ending, and there's post game stuff, which I don't think is a spoiler. In pretty much any open world game, after you beat it, you can still do stuff usually. But thankfully, you're able to reload. I was playing this like a PC game where I'm saving like pretty much before anything happens, so I don't have to redo anything. Because there's just like a lot of these games, you might spend like 20 minutes doing something and then you press a button and die, like you explode or something, and you're like, what the hell? And then if you hadn't saved like a few minutes ago or whatever, you have to play this whole 20 minutes again. So
Was the auto saving bad in this or something, or?
no, but that's what I'm saying is like sometimes even with the autosave, sometimes
Okay.
it'll be like 10 or 15 minutes that you have to replay, and I'm just not going to do that, especially when you can save whenever you want. So I just make sure I save pretty frequently. Anyways, it helped me out with this.
Save. No.
Yeah. It's not that bad. Like I don't do it before every room or anything, but yeah, so
No, I'm that way too. After you finish like a main mission, save, or before you're going into a main mission,
I think before a boss.
fresh save.
Yeah.
yeah, and you never really know either because some of these guys they don't look intimidating or anything. It might just be like a human looking person, and then all of a sudden they're like, you're dead.
Yeah, one shot.
Yeah, you can kind of see their levels, like their street cred and stuff like that. And if it's like in the hundreds, like 300 or something like that, depending on where you are in the game, that can be like, oh shit, I got to stay away from that person.
So so are there not real like levels? It's just street cred?
They have, for the enemies, I think it's just street cred. I'm not sure that you get to see their actual level. I might be wrong about that, but I know for your character, you have a level and then you have street cred.
Nice.
And I'm not really sure how all of that like works. You get experience for both, and I guess you have to have certain street cred to do or get certain like modifications and stuff like that. So I guess that's really what it's for. But they seem pretty tied together to me. I mean, the numbers are vastly different. Like the levels, I think I got up to like level 30 in like regular leveling, and then street cred, I think I'm at like 50 or 60. So it's, it's close, but it's different. It's kind of weird.
Okay, cool. Now, did you do Street Urchin?
No, I did the, and I think they call it Street Kid, but I did the Nomad.
Okay, gotcha. I wasn't sure if like that was like specific for, if Street Cred was specifically for the Street Kid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's I can say it's definitely not because all the enemies have street cred.
Nice.
So, but yeah. So anyways, the saving thing helped me out this time because what I did was I went back to reload after I made the decision and watched the ending play out. Mm-hmm. And I chose the other choice.
Okay.
And I believe everyone gets this choice. But I was able to see the other version of the ending for this particular choice. Now, I think the original one that I picked was much cooler. And like I said, it does actually affect the post game in a pretty significant way, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I'm not going to spoil what that actually is, obviously. But
because I'm waiting for the game to fully
get good,
come to the PS5. Well, yeah, no, just like fully come to the PS5 and not just be like a patch or whatever.
Yeah, right. Unfortunately, I couldn't wait, so
yeah, no worries.
I had to beat my way through it, but I did it.
Nice.
Yeah, there's still tons of stuff I want to check out though. Like maxing out all my skills. There's huge gaps even in the skill trees that I chose. So clearly, I don't know if I just cut through. I didn't feel overpowered, but I also didn't feel super underpowered. Like the last mission was pretty easy. So I don't know if I just did a bunch of side quests or what, but I still feel like there's either a lot more to do, or I don't know, because there's all these holes in my skill tree, and I'm like, well, I want this and I want that, and I don't even have anything maxed out like in my skill tree. So
Oh damn.
yeah, I'm pretty close because I started putting everything into quick hacking, which is so like that's when you can scan an enemy from afar as long as you have a sight on, like there's nothing blocking him or anything like a wall. You can scan an enemy and then you can quick hack them. So I talked about it a couple of weeks ago, but you can do like a synapse burnout. So it like does physical damage to them and like actually hacks their cyberware. And then there's another one that like electrocutes them. So I pretty much just altered between those two, but I think there's like a ton more quick hacks that you can get. And I haven't even really explored that because they're expensive. And so I don't know. And these were good. So
yeah,
but I just want to explore that and see like all the other different cyberware, because I know they have stuff that lets you run faster and like I got one finally that lets you double jump, which I didn't really need for the way that I was playing. But I really want to go back, and I feel compelled to go back and kind of explore the other skill trees that I didn't put any points into. And these like drastically change the way the game is played. Like I said, running and jumping, and there's katanas and, all sorts of different physical elements to this and skills that I just completely ignored because I knew I was just going to sit back with either a sniper rifle or, a precision rifle or something like that and just like pick people off and use my quick hacks to burn out people without them even knowing, where I'm at.
Nice.
Like the stealthy kind of thing. But I totally want to go in and just be like a awesome cyber ninja that runs in there, because you can like slice people's arms off, and this game can get pretty brutal if you overkill people.
Damn.
But
finish him.
Yeah, like for example, like the only time I ever really saw overkilling with my character was if because you can either choose to kill people or like incapacitate them. Like even with your guns, you can get mods for your guns that make them non-lethal, which I'm not actually even sure what that's for. I don't know if it's to make you feel better about yourself, because they don't seem to do a good job of explaining why you'd rather do that instead of killing someone. But just as an example of overkilling, I've incapacitated someone before, so they're still alive, and I will go up to them. I've gone up to them before and just like shot them at point blank in the face, and their head just explodes.
Jesus.
And so it's just like, and it's just like blah. So and I have seen arms get cut off before or blown off. I've seen a torso that had no limbs anymore after an explosion. So I mean, like there's some crazy shit and you can do that, especially if you're like running around with a katana, and you have the skills and stuff. So I think that would be fun to see. I also want to see the different classes, the different starting classes, because like I said, I picked Nomad, and the story and the ending seemed like it would be very different if you chose someone else, because the people that I was associating with, it seemed, were nomads, and we kind of they helped me like in the end. Like they did like the last mission with me. So I'm curious if you like, do you just befriend the nomads if you're a corpo or a street kid, or does that completely change some of the in-game missions, and then even like the last mission or something? So I could look it up on YouTube, but I think it'll be more fun to play, so I'm going to leave that as a mystery for now. I'm probably going to play with my character a little bit longer to see how maxed out I can get, my skill tree. But in terms of like starting over, I think I'll probably wait until that PS5 patch, like you said, because they said that they were going to, update the game to take full advantage of the PS5. But, we'll see. That could be not until like next year or something at this point. So, but I think I'm probably, after I, play with it for another 5 or 6 hours, I'll probably be good to put it down for a little while.
Nice.
But
I was going to ask, with your ability to hack people, like, so if let's say they've got like a gun arm or something like that, like that's a thing, right?
Gun arms, there's blade arms, and there's arms that, you know what? There are arms that can shoot things. Yes.
Okay, so can you hack that arm?
No. Well,
Okay, because
technically
that
you.
would be so cool if you could like take it over and just like, I'm not moving my arm, guys, and then you start firing on all the enemies.
Well,
So
so you can hack drones and mechs and turrets and stuff like that and put them in. I think I actually never successfully did it, but I'm pretty sure you can hack them and then have them attack for you.
that's awesome.
But I don't think you could do that. You could do that probably to the person with the gun arm, maybe.
Yeah.
But you couldn't just hack the arm itself. So the guy is like, "What's going on with my crazy arm?" I think he would want to do your bidding at that point.
Right.
See, and I'm not 100% sure about that because those are just some quick hacks I didn't really pursue, but I know I've seen them where there's a quick hack that you can mess with the person's brain and make them just leave the combat area. Like those be like, I'm done with this, and just like walk away. So I know I'm pretty sure that I've seen it with turrets and stuff too, where you can have them, attack for you. So yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah,
Nice.
even in the cyberware stuff, there's a lot of variants. Like I said, there's a lot of things that I saw that I either didn't have the street cred to buy, or it was too expensive, or I wasn't the right level. But there's a lot of interesting ways that you can use that. And that was my class, so that's why I'm interested to go back and go buy some of those things and try them, because now, I'll be fully leveled and I'll actually be able to try them.
This is Ninja Cat, bro.
Yeah, I
Did you
see that. If you're watching the show on YouTube,
Oh man,
Schmed's cat just like jumped across the room.
she's being so loud right now too. She's never done this during a show.
I didn't hear her. Anyways.
She came in just meowing and crying, but yeah, now she's being a ninja. Anyways,
Well,
Andy, I'm excited. I've been fighting the urge to play this. I think I told you last week I got Cyberpunk on Amazon for $30.
yes, you told me.
Nice.
And I immediately shelved it. It's still in the plastic wrap, but I've been looking at it and it's calling my name. But I want to play it on the PS5 proper. I want it to be pushing that hardware. But so we'll see.
Did you
Hopefully I don't have to wait
so
a
you
year.
didn't open it at all?
No, I didn't.
Because there is, I don't know why, but it comes with all this cool shit, like a giant map and
there's like a thick booklet thing on the front part of it.
Yeah, I think there's postcards for Night City that come with it, and like there's just
I sent some to Dan.
there's just like a package of stuff that it comes with. It's like really heavy. I'm like, what is all this shit? I thought that was kind of cool. I think there's like stickers or something too. It's like real weird, like old school. Like,
nice.
Here's a bunch of cool shit.
Right.
Hey, did you see the concept art? I think it was a concept art they put out of Keanu's character before
they confirmed
actually
it was
hired
Keanu.
him. Yeah,
I did.
I don't know. That's all I got. I was wondering if you saw that.
Were you gonna say it didn't look like him at all, or it did look like him still, or I can't remember.
No, it didn't really look anything like him, but
just some guy that's not Keanu.
It looked like he was the concept one. He looked kind of cracked out or like strung out or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'd just been on like a 10-day crack binge or something. And
that kind of goes with the character. I think that was intentional. I'll just say that.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that I didn't do. I did a lot of fast traveling, so I didn't while I was knocking out missions, so I didn't really like just explore. So I'm kind of excited too to just get in there and just drive around. And I have a motorcycle, which is pretty cool. I've been using that for a while, so that's fun.
Do the kind of open world GTA thing of just
and just like look around, kill
out there,
get some cops chasing after me, see how crazy that gets, and
that's one of my favorite things to do in the Fallout games and like Oblivion and stuff.
Yeah, piss a bunch of people off.
Just to go out and just look around and find random shit. I mean, because you could just head in one direction. Like today, I'm gonna go south, and just head south, and you'll run into some new shit you've never seen before. So I don't know. I love the exploration part of all these open world.
Yeah, and the cool part about that is that you find quests just going like randomly wandering through the city. So I'm sure there's some real weird shit out there. I did some very strange quests myself. I'm trying to think of an example of one. There's this one where this guy got crucified on TV, and you had to like pound the nails into his wrists and feet and stuff.
Oh, I remember you talking about that.
Oh, did I? Okay.
That was
Shit.
That was pretty fucked up. And yeah, I don't know, just a bunch of weird shit. It's a very strange game.
Yeah. I was sitting here laughing to myself when you were like, I just want to like piss all the people off and like have the cops come after you. I was like, it'd be just so funny if you were just like try to catch me, coppers, and just throwing like dildos out of your like book bag or something like that.
Get him, boys! And then there's just a bunch of dildos on the ground. They're like whoop 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 whoop, like, falling over and stuff.
Slipping and falling. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you can't. I have not seen any dildo weapons in this game.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
The dildo
Cyberpunk
bandit.
2077 needs more dildos.
Yeah. Well, they already
It's a
they already
headline this
scaled
week
them.
on
They already scaled them
Polygon.
back. So I don't think they're going to turn that back up. But anyways, I did have a few more really annoying bugs.
I'm sorry, I'm picturing like the dildo slider. Somebody at CD Projekt Red's like, scale that back about 10%. We're good.
And then his
Okay.
coworker's like, I told you that was too many dildos. He's like, sorry, I thought we could sneak them in there. Anyways, yeah, so I did have a few more annoying bugs, but hey, I worked through them, and I will say I really enjoy this game overall. I did have some frustrating experiences with it, especially with that one mission I already talked about where I couldn't attack anyone, and I thought it was on purpose. So that was really annoying. And then a couple of crashes where I'm like playing the game, and all of a sudden it would be like something dumb. Like I'll just get out of a car and turn, and then it'll be like, bam, blue screen. Well, not blue screen, but it'll, kick you back out to the home screen.
Right.
Right.
So just a lot of, I don't know. That probably happened to me, the kicking back to the home screen at least a dozen times, if not more. So, and it does get to be irritating, but as long as I'm not losing progress, I'm like, that's fine. 'Cause it boots up pretty quick.
Yeah.
So,
I was gonna say, so with that Royal Edition with Final Fantasy, they added a first-person view. Do you think that in Cyberpunk they'll add a third-person view at some point?
Well, if you're in a car or on a motorcycle, you can get in third person. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like in the regular mode,
Right.
I think there is a mod already to do third person mode on PC.
Oh, nice.
So people are doing it. I'm not sure that CD Projekt Red will do that, on like for the actual game, because, and I was going to say something about this. The game is almost like, it's very clear that it was developed for first person, because it's this thing of a lot of times like people are like right up in your face, and they do a lot of really getting in your face a lot of the time. So like you'll turn over and look at someone and their face will just be like right here, it feels like. So it's almost even to a fault where it's just like, why are these people so close to me? Yeah. Like you're just trying to make this very first person. But I guess that helps the immersion. I don't know. But anyways, for that reason alone, I don't think they're going to do that, because it's very clearly developed to be a first person game.
Right on.
But I really can't, wait to see how this game evolves over time, though, because they've talked about expansions, and they've talked about this PlayStation 5 version that's supposed to push the hardware. I think adaptive triggers could be really cool in the game, and I really want to see what they can do. And I'm hoping, it turns into like a No Man's Sky situation where this game just keeps growing and growing and becomes really, really even more awesome over time.
Nice.
It's a fun world to be in for sure, even despite the dildos.
Well, maybe we'll get some free dildo DLC at some point. That's we can hope.
There you go. All right. Anyways, let's keep things moving with News Bites.
Oh yeah!
Yum, 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 yum.
Tasty.
Those bites are good.
Scrumptious.
All right, guys. We got the PlayStation Plus games for February 2021
Yeah.
Yeah, yo.
from IGN here. Starting at the top, Destruction All-Stars in the mix for PS5.
Booyah.
Yeah, burp.
That's awesome.
Give me that combat, vehicular combat. I'm with it.
Yeah, so what did we deem this?
See how it goes.
Is it Twisted Metal in an arena, but you can get out of the car?
Twisted Metal meets Fortnite. I don't know.
It does look like that, though.
hey, this could be kind of wild and crazy. I'm cool. I'm glad it's free too. Why not?
That means it's going to
Fired up.
be, if it's good, that means it's going to be huge, because any
Yeah.
game that's come out so far on PlayStation Plus that was good became huge. 2 examples, Rocket League and
Yes.
whatchamacallit, that game that I used to like. the one where you're the Fall Guys. Why can't I think of it? Fall Guys.
Oh, okay. I wonder, do you think this starts its own kind of like esports?
I don't know if I've seen enough of how the game actually works to know if it will be like that, but I'm thinking no, because in esports there's usually certain structures, and this doesn't seem like it's going to have that. It seems kind of more of like an action, game. You know what I mean? Like it would seem weird to me to see it as an
Kind of
esport.
arcadey.
Yeah.
Well, from what I've seen so far of it, it kind of reminds me of like if you cross Rocket League and Overwatch, because it has the gun aspect, and both of those have esports. It's sort of like
That's true.
mix those two together, and boom, what do you got? And I mean, if you think of it, just like you guys said just a second ago, it's like Rocket League and Fortnite had a baby, and boom, there you go. Well, Fortnite, they just did a recent competition, and someone won $3 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Right.
mean, could this be something that blows up just like that?
It could.
Yeah.
Good. We'll have to wait
possible.
and see.
Yes.
So when you say Overwatch, though, do they have like character players in this or whatever, like heroes kind of thing? Do you know?
Oh
Or
yeah.
they do.
Everyone's a hero in that game. Yeah. And
Wait,
they all
not-
have their own different abilities.
Wait, you're talking about Overwatch, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm saying in this game that's coming out.
Gotcha.
Or were you
I
just
mean-
comparing it to Overwatch because they have weapons, basically? And,
Weapons, yeah, and
Okay.
guns and everything like that. Yeah, and there's not really a building aspect because it doesn't look like you build a car
Right.
in the middle of the thing. So
that's true.
Yeah, I was just using that as a buzzword. The Fortnite thing, as far as battle royale goes,
Right.
and kind of the art style. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
not the most serious looking art style in Destruction All Stars. It kind of has a animated, cartoony look to it. So, but yeah, I'm excited about this one. I think it could be pretty cool. Could catch on. Hopefully, it's a spicy one.
I think it totally looks cool, and I'm excited for it.
I'm looking forward to hearing both of your reports on it.
The graphics
We'll
look
get
awesome.
back to you.
All right.
SJR next week. And then we got Control Ultimate Edition
Woo!
coming out for PlayStation Plus. This is big, and what's even cooler is got the PS5 upgrade along with it too. So PS4
Game
and
of the
PS5.
year.
Yeah, we enjoyed this one. And have you guys heard of Concrete Genie for
Yes.
PS4?
Yes, this looks so cool.
Yeah,
I'm very excited. You essentially like tagging everything, and then it comes to life.
Mhm.
It's a colorful looking adventure game, right? Is it?
Yeah, it's
platform?
exclusive. It's exclusive too. No, I think it's third person. And
Okay.
then it also has VR modes too that were created exclusively for VR in mind. So it's not like a tacked on thing.
No
So
shit.
I don't think you can play the whole game in VR, but it was one of the exclusive games for PlayStation that they were talking about, and it just kind of went under the radar for a lot of people.
Yeah, the art style looks really cool for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Got that painterly animated look.
Oh
Now-
yeah, for sure.
This is a solid example of a PlayStation Plus month.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's like a
Fantastic.
brand new,
Hold on.
unreleased PlayStation 5 game. A game that almost won Game of the Year, or at least was nominated for it was it 2 years ago then, or last year?
I mean, it was IGN's pick, and
yeah.
who did it lose to? Sekiro. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Should have
Highly
lost to Death
acclaimed.
Stranding though,
yeah.
but that's okay. And then Concrete Genie, yeah, another exclusive, so that's pretty huge.
Yeah, those
Keep
are some
them coming.
solid fucking games. Yeah.
Right. No stinkers here this month.
Woohoo! Yeah, we had plenty of those.
Some interesting news here too. Xbox Game Pass subscribers hitting 18 million.
Oh
That's
snap!
from The Verge.
Yeah.
Up from 15 mil as previously reported. And I just gotta say, holy shit, that's we're getting the numbers are moving up there for Game Pass. It's a fucking
what they
steal
wanted.
though. Why not? Everybody in the world should have one, even if you don't have an Xbox.
Well, that's me. I had it, and then I sold my Xbox so I could get the Xbox X, Series X, and I cannot find one anywhere. So irritating.
Somebody,
How much was
somebody
Game
should
Pass
hand you
again?
an Xbox.
What's that?
How much is Game Pass again per month?
$15.99.
Times 3 mil. So let's see. How much did Microsoft make? 40. They're making nearly $48 million. $48 million every month just in this Game Pass alone.
Jeez, that's crazy. Well, and a lot of that, or some of that at least, has to get divvied out to the different companies and like the different
absolutely.
developers and stuff.
Wow.
Although they're buying a lot of those developers, so
Yes, they are.
yeah, that's the biggest thing about Game Pass is the growing list of Microsoft first-party games on there.
Right.
Which I'm sure they're still probably funding their studios with that too. But
I'm waiting for that Halo Infinite drop on Game Pass.
next year,
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
or is it this fall? Did they say, or did it get
I
pushed?
think it's this fall to push the 20. I think
It'll
the
be 2022 probably. I think it's safe to say.
Okay.
No, I'm not being serious. It probably is late 2021.
What a screwed pooch.
Yep.
Anyways,
got
yeah, exciting. Go
Some
go ahead.
Animal Crossing jams here. New Horizons. The next big event is a carnival. It's also from The Verge.
Fun.
So it's a carnival-like event taking place on February 15th with new clothing options and reactions as well. And I'm sorry. So the carnival takes place on the 15th, but apparently there was an update as well for New Horizons on the 28th that brought in some other goodies and new seasonal stuff. So Animal
Nice.
Crossing staying alive.
Are we
Keep
going to be
those-
able to do things at the carnival, like
Let's rock.
whack-a-mole or something, or rides?
The Ferris wheel.
Yeah, I don't know. Have to check it out. That's the fun of it, Gotta check out the carnival in New Horizons.
Did I tell
wanna
you?
know-
I'm sure
Are
you
there
can
any-
find somewhere though that somebody's already figured it out or like time traveled and
Yeah.
released the content. But
Did
say,
I?
Justin? Sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Justin.
Oh no, I was just gonna say they're gonna be like cracked out carnies that are like running the ride that like oh yeah, I think that's going around all right, and it's like a rusty fucking version of like the zipper.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
No seatbelts, you're good.
Clinking and clanking.
I just
Oh,
want to play
man.
some carnival games and go on some rides. Did I
Yeah.
tell you on the show that I realized, or I had forgotten that I bought Animal Crossing digitally? So I was like looking for it for like a week to sell it, to buy something else, and then I'm like, I could not find him. Like, what the hell? I thought somebody stole it or like I misplaced or something. And then I went to go play Switch, and it's right there, and I'm like, oh yeah.
That's funny.
I was also gonna say, can you raise fish? I know that you can do gardening and farming and all that other stuff in Animal Crossing. Can you actually like raise fish?
No, you can
See,
you can catch
I
them
was-
and then put them in the museum and they go in the aquarium or whatever, and then you can actually like keep them in your house if you want, but you can't.
I wonder if you
breed
can win
them or anything.
from the ball game from the fair.
That'd be awesome. You win a fish.
Right?
They still didn't add pets, right?
No.
So it's odd, Justin, because you can create or you can like craft like food bowls for pets and stuff like that, and like other accessories for pets, but you can't have one.
Weird.
There's not one walking around. Yeah.
It's really odd. I want a cat.
So this is cool too. They're also bringing a Super Mario themed Animal Crossing event in March.
Love it.
It's from Polygon, and no major info on it. Just says free update scheduled for March, and there's a little Mario the mushroom 1-up and a little star. So surprise action in March for Animal Crossing.
I'm
Mario crossover.
holding out on Animal Crossing until they do a cross with Breath of the Wild.
Ooh.
Right? That'd be
yeah,
fun.
yeah. That'd be kind of tight.
I was gonna say with this, I'm hoping that Mario or some character from Mario would actually visit your island. That would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Get like a Waluigi in there just trying to wreck everything for you.
Bastard.
I would not invite Waluigi.
Right?
He's a mofo.
Who's on our Discord that's obsessed with him? Was it Monica?
I don't
Or
know. I don't
Scoots,
have a
maybe?
problem with Wario. I
No,
like
no,
Wario. You're the one who hates.
Waluigi. I hate Waluigi. Wario
no,
is fine.
I think we've always talked about it. That's one of the big characters everybody wants in Smash. Is Waluigi?
Yeah.
That was because he wasn't in there. There was like a big uproar.
I think he's a trophy, and that's the most that he can be.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was lame.
Well, he sucks, and I forgot who it is, but I'm sure I'll hear about it again now that I've mentioned that he sucks.
Oh shit! All right, let's keep it moving. Rocket League celebrating the Super Bowl with new Gridiron game mode. This is from Nintendo Life. So it's a 4-on-4 football game type, and there's a crazy list of rules and things. You can check out the details at
What?
Nintendo Life, but there's a plethora of Super Bowl event challenges as well. You can chase for, some in-game goodies and things like that. And this is running from February 2nd to February 8th.
It's a short event. Yeah, so make sure you get in on it.
Crazy.
Yeah, but it sounds kind of cool though. Like the ball, it's a football obviously in the field in Rocket League, and then it'll like attach to the top of your car.
What?
You can try to like run it to the other side of the field and get it in.
That actually sounds really cool.
Right.
Yeah, and there's a way I think you can pass it somehow too, and it attaches to your friend, that person's cart.
What?
What do we should do this Wednesday night or something like that, like the game, like for the Discord channel. We should all get in there.
Ooh,
For anyone
that's not a bad
that
idea.
has that will check this feature out.
Let's get in the Gridiron Challenge, baby.
What the hell?
Yeah.
There's football wheels for the
I
cars.
know. It's crazy.
That looks ridiculous.
They even have like
Pigskin tires. Come on.
laces out, Dan.
All right, now for one of the cooler things in the news bites, I think this week with the Celeste devs releasing a retro Celeste mini sequel to celebrate the game's 3rd anniversary.
Yeah. How cool is that?
Those-
Yep.
Nintendo Life as well. And it's called Celeste Classic 2. It's created using Pico 8, Pico 8, which is a downloadable, what they call, quote, fantasy console that anyone can make games for. And apparently a Celeste 1.0 retro style game made in Pico 8 is also available. I think they released that around, maybe it was the 1st anniversary or something, but
That's awesome.
so yeah, man, if you like that Celeste platforming gameplay, you might want to jump in there. Free versions on here. Also, Justin, I was thinking maybe your next game you could make on the Pico 8.
I was
like
just
the
going to say
retro
that.
art
Yeah.
style. So
I did enjoy Celeste a lot, so I mean, I'll have to check that out for sure.
yeah, and that's a freebie. So if you're
Can't argue with free.
bored one night, download that bad boy and rip through some levels.
Hell yeah.
Neat.
Andy, you're a Plex user.
I am.
What do we got here?
So Plex is launching a game subscription service filled with Atari games. It's interesting. The whole thing is odd.
It is very odd.
I guess because I'm trying to think. All right, well, first of all, before we get into that, so it sounds like it's not it's not very user friendly. You have to have a Plex server, which I have for some movies and things. But then you have to have a subscription to this other, or you have to sign up for this other thing called Parsec, which I'm not even sure what that's for.
Isn't that a speed in Star Wars?
Yeah, no, it's actually technically a distance.
Okay.
12 parsecs.
But
10
yes,
parsecs. Get it right.
okay, and then you have to pay for this, but it's only filled with Atari games, and there's only 27 of them. So
Yeah.
it's like, why would I pay? It's $5 a month if you're not already a Plex Pass member. Like that's like the Plus pack, where you get like some added features to Plex, which
Yeah.
I'm guaranteeing most people are not. But even at that, if you are, it's $3 a month for this. So why the fuck would I pay $3 for 27 Atari games when I could probably just go buy those Atari games like in a collection for $5 or $10?
Right.
And I guess
Interesting move.
the only redeeming thing about this is that you're not streaming them just on the TV or something. Like if you have this as part of your Plex server, anywhere that you can stream Plex to, you can play these games, like your phone or, other things like that. But it's like, why am I going to jump through hoops to play Centipede on my phone, streaming it
Yeah.
from my server when I could,
Now, see,
you could probably
No,
stream it from
SJR
a website already
Right.
for free.
right.
For free.
Yeah. And the SJR doesn't necessarily support this, but emulators and ROMs can be used in this too. So I wonder if that's a big portion of their subscriber base is just going to be
That's
people who
More
load up
interesting.
emulators and ROMs and they can play it on any device anywhere. kind of thing.
And if you could do like, the backups of your NES games and SNES games or something like that off of this, then now we might be talking about something that's a little more interesting. But I'm still not going to pay $5 a month for that.
Right. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. If you can use your phone to play Destiny 2 on Stadia, why would I want to play Atari games?
You just killed it. Just knocked it out of the park. That's
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's so many other options that you can do on the phone. You could remote play it to your PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 on your phone now too, and it's
Right.
I can play Red Dead 2 on my fucking phone,
Right.
away from the house. So it's like, yeah, this is it kind of sucks. It's a good idea to like jump in here with these streaming big dogs, but you got to make it easier than, or at least up to par as like Stadia or what's the fucking Roku one? I'm always drawing a blank on that. The Amazon Luna.
Oh, Luna, yeah.
Yeah, it's way user friendly. You literally log in and there's your library. You hit start, connect your controller, boom, you're playing a game on a browser or your phone. So
yeah,
this Plex thing seems like there's a couple extra hoops you got to jump through, and the games aren't as good. Sorry, it's not going to work.
It's perplexing.
Right.
Hey! So let's move it on then.
Yep.
How about this?
That
Netflix making a Tomb Raider anime. It's from Polygon.
Nice.
Yeah.
They're saying it's going to be a sequel to the most recent trilogy of Tomb Raider video games. So that's kind of cool. It's rolling right into, right in after the most recent games here. So
That means nothing to me. I haven't played any of the new games, and I can't even keep track of which one's
Ooh.
which.
Then I can't wait to tell you about the great deals on PlayStation.
Please.
Yes. So Tomb Raider right now, the definitive edition that came out on the PS3 that got remastered for the PS4, right now you can get for $3. It is less than any value meal on the McDonald's menu. And it's a solid game. This thing got 9 out of 10 by most reviewers. This comes with all the DLC. Again, $3. And it's probably the best deal out of the games under 20 or the retro. So it's under the retro and remaster. So check it out. Right now, like I said, $3. This game was in contention for Game of the Year, but because Naughty Dog's Last of Us Part 1 came out, they lost. But
Game of the Year!
Yeah. So this game, solid. If you haven't played a Tomb Raider, go and play this first one for $3. You won't.
yeah, these are great.
Yeah.
I've played all but the most recent one. I think it was the Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Don't we have one of these or two for free from something?
It came out on PlayStation Plus. I think at least one of them did. I think Rise did.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking. Maybe it's that one.
But yeah, these are great, man. The most recent ones are
really good.
They're way more cinematic than they've ever been before. And I actually went and tried to play the original, the OG Tomb Raider from PlayStation era, and god damn, that thing's not playable.
Wait, the OG, like the original?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
geez.
old polygonal looking. Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
I had to turn it off after about 5-10 minutes. Anyways, but yeah, Tomb Raider, always a good time. I haven't seen any like screens on this new anime though. I'm interested to see what the art style is going to look like.
I'm interested in seeing what Cyberpunk is going to look like on the Netflix.
Oh, I forgot about
they're
that.
doing that too.
Yep, that one's also getting an anime treatment.
Yep.
But you know what also is getting a remake? Star Wars KOTOR. That is getting a remake. It deserves. That's right. That's from IGN. And
it's just a segue.
Yes, and and it is not being made by EA or BioWare, which is really interesting.
That is.
So the developer is shrouded in mystery. So who knows what's going to happen there? Also, kind of going along with movies, Kevin Hart joins the cast for Borderland. He's going to be Roland. That also comes from IGN.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he would have made a great Claptrap voice actor, but they are put him as Roland, who I guess is part of the first two and the prequel as sort of like a bodyguard kind of thing, or like a merc. He's a merc. Then they got Kate Blanchett as well, also starring in the movie as Lilith, and it's being directed by a director who made Hostile. That's Eli Roth. So I'm interested to see, is this going to be like more of a Mad Max with like kind of like a lot of humor because it's Kevin Hart, or are we going darker direction because of the director? Like, will this be Kevin Hart's like more serious like film, or is he going to be wacky and funny?
Yeah, and I feel like just the source material, it has to have some humor in it, right? Because Borderlands is pretty hilarious.
Right.
That'll
Right.
be interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe a nice healthy blend of both will be
Yeah.
good. A little balance,
Four totes.
Love
with
it.
the Mad Max and the humor.
Yeah.
Justin, did you have something else on here with these deals?
Oh no, that's pretty much it. I was gonna say my recommendation out of the deals that are going on for the PlayStation. It was Tomb Raider. Again, like I said, retro and remake sales on through February 11th. If your significant other's a gamer, check out something. Maybe you get something off that for Valentine's Day. Show them you love them with a video game. And then Games Under 20 has got a sale going on through the 4th of February. Tell us what games you think are the best on sale right now in either Discord for PlayStation or Xbox or Steam. Hey, we'd be happy to hear about a kick-ass PC game that's on sale right now. So
Yes.
we're gonna plug this here. I know we plug this normally later on, but leave us a message on Super Joystick hotline. Send us a text at that 630-551-8898. Again, that's 630-551-8898. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what some good games are. We'd love to be able to share that here with everybody.
Yep, and join our Discord on our website. You can do that right from there. And
Spicy deals.
get in on that conversation. All right, let's bring this one back. We didn't have it for the last couple of weeks, I don't think, but let's get into the Shooter Roundup. Yay! That's all. Bang, 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 bang.
I was waiting for it. Fortnite!
Tales from the Fort.
We got a plethora of Fortnite goodies this week. I think it was last week, they added Sarah Connor and the T-800 Terminator skins.
Nice.
Pretty badass
Nice. Very
for
cool.
those Dominator fans. He had a little bit of an English accent there, didn't he? Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
That's terrible.
I think most Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonations are terrible, which is why they're hilarious.
Yeah.
Back to the chopper.
I'm here.
You up.
All right.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Also,
Now the Puma.
we're just gonna have an Arnold portion of the show where everybody calls in with their impressions.
Arnold segment.
That's
I like
the
it.
hotline for the Arnold impressions. Let's hear your
Excellent.
best one. So they also added soccer legend Pele to the mix as well. With, I like some football. Tons of soccer team outfits as well in there. And just this week, I see G.I. Joe's Snake Eyes
What?
has been added to Fortnite as well.
Yep.
Nice.
So all these are available now. It's part of their. I think they're just literally spewing out all the content that they've had. They don't have any idea how to release it anymore. They're like, here's everything badass
yeah.
all at once. Because Mandalorian's in there right now. They had Kratos from God of War.
They have Master Chief.
Yeah.
What?
So
I
just
missed that one.
tons of Star Wars content. Little something for everybody. So
That's smart. Licensing.
Apex Legends finally, squeezing its way back into the roundup here.
Yep.
It's been recently, I think this has been updated since Apex Legends briefly was listed as a February launch date on Switch. So I think it's been confirmed though since I last checked in on this.
When did
So I
that come out?
apologize.
Like a year ago? 2 years ago?
It was shortly. It was like a silent one that came out right before the one game that turned you into Iron Man, and that was a huge flop. Anthem.
Oh yeah.
It was like February, and then March was Anthem. So yeah, and that one just shat the bed. But Apex came out like a month before, and no one had known anything about it. Like it was like super radar.
Stealth release.
Yeah, I remember that a couple streamers started playing it, and then it just blew up.
Yep.
We checked it out. It was fun.
Huge. Yeah, it's not bad. They're on season 8 now too, so they're introducing a new character next month.
Wow.
Named Fuse, and a new weapon called the 3030 repeater will also be added. February 2nd, this all drops. So
Nice.
might be a good time to jump back in if you're interested. They got the new season starting up here. So
So we got some Overwatch news too. We got Blizzard. Blizzard was looking to nerf some heroes that included Echo, Tracer, and Zenyatta. That was last week. So if you played through any of that, let us know. I think it was just in the playtest, so I don't think it's live yet. But they were looking to nerf some of the damage that Echo and Tracer were doing. And mostly it was based upon Tracer and the range. I guess she could like hang out at range and still be really accurate and deadly as shit. And then Echo could just drop tanks like crazy. So they were looking to kind of, they haven't really done any updates on Echo since they put her out about a year ago. So they were looking to finally, kind of tune her back in. Zenyatta, they tuned down his orbs, so they're not as powerful. So I think they were giving you like a 30% debuff if you had the Discord, and then if you had the healing one, I think it's all based upon range now from where he is. So they did end up nerfing those guys, but again, I think it's just playtest right now.
I feel like there has to be some give and take though with Zenyatta. I'm pissed about that because that was his like main powerful thing is his Discord orb and his healing orb. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna nerf that shit, give me like a little bit of a speed buff or something. Like boost him up like 2% or something. Make him a little faster for me so it's a fun character to play at least.
Seems reasonable.
I think maybe increasing the speed on his orbs that he shoots or like his charge up on the orbs would be better. Like if you're gonna nerf the damage, at least give me faster reload on my actual like weapon.
Right.
As I also mentioned too here, they got rid of if you're an Overwatch League fan, you're gonna kind of find some sad news here. But goodbye to LA's team Valiant. They are being shipped off to China, and this means just the team itself. Essentially, the team name is going to China. Everyone on the team and the staff got completely dropped.
Wow.
This is simply because of COVID. So this is because because of COVID, they've had to kind of change how they're going to have the tournaments. So if you're on the West League, you're going to be playing in Europe or America. And if you're on the East League, you're going to be playing in China or Korea. And so LA was picked for the East Division. And so that team has gotten shipped over to China. A lot of the players, though, did find other spots in other teams. So it wasn't like they just immediately got just dropped or whatever like that from their contract. But I mean, this is COVID. I mean, you can pretty much thank COVID for that. So some of those players did end up making themselves available for other teams, but it does suck. If you were a big fan of Valiant, then that's a bummer. But that came from PC Gamer.
Super weird. Why would they just buy the name? Like, is it?
I think the owner of the team or whatever like that moved to China. I think he got picked for the China got picked for the Eastern League or Eastern Division, and they really couldn't stay in LA because if you were in LA and had to play in China or Korea all the time, you were constantly having to ship people back and forth, and it just makes more sense to relocate than it does that. And a lot of those players on that team are American,
right?
So unless you want to relocate to China. Yeah, I think they were just looking for a clean break. So.
Interesting.
Yep. And then finally, Overwatch 2 could be on hold longer than we thought.
No.
There was
Oh no.
I know, because I really want that co-op. I think that would be really great. I mean, I love those seasonal events they come out with. So if they, the fact that they're making a full game of just those events, it's too bad. It looks like a voice actor for Genji came out, stated he hasn't done any of the voice recording for the new game, meaning that either there's kind of two theories there. Either again, it's the game is super delayed is the first theory, or the game's not delayed and they just kind of canceled his contract and didn't bring him back.
Yeah,
they didn't tell him that he got fired. He's like, well, certainly they would have called me.
That poor guy. Hopefully he still has a job.
Yeah,
right. And then on the horizon, obviously, is the lunar event. We'll update you when that rears its head. But so far, Overwatch has been pretty silent about that. I know that this coming month in February, Blizzard is hosting BlizzCon online. So, be on the lookout for that. There should be some news, hopefully, about Overwatch and Overwatch 2, Diablo's progression. So we're going to be seeing more from Blizzard this month specifically. So,
yeah, baby.
For those news.
Yeah, I jumped in and got my loot box last night. Jumped in just for a quick round. I try to get in and get those loot boxes at least every day. But we do need to plan. I know we talked offline a bit. We're going to jump on, maybe do some Twitch streaming on Overwatch as a squad. Jump in there. So, Lunatic, Spaz, I know you're out there, Jordy. Hit us up, man. We'll party up, rock some Overwatch.
Nice.
Check it. All right. Well, that's all we've got for you guys this week. Remember, Super Joystick Radio is a weekly show, so please subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast application, like iTunes, please. Become a patron at patreon.com/superjoystickradio. $1 gets you early access to the audio version of the show. $3 gets you exclusive access to the show notes and SJR Banter Archives, which are episodes, a large collection of episodes of things that were cut from before, during, and after the show, and sometimes they're kind of funny. $5 gets you all previous perks, Discord badge on our Discord server, and a mention on the show. Shout-outs right now to our $5 patrons, Phil Lynch, Joe Halder, Rob Belchunas, Nick, last name not specified, Caitlin, Chrissy, Justin D, Maddie Deeves, and Jay Schmed. Muted.
Again,
great. That's
again. Just roll with it, baby.
Yeah, this time we'll roll with it. We actually had to redo the intro because Schmed was muted when
You can just pipe in the last 50 Lucio Mans I've done.
There you go. All tiers also get discounts in the merch store where you can find things like SJR mute buttons,
SGR tennis shoes,
SGR toothbrushes.
Brush those
Minty
pearly
brush.
whites. All right, follow us on Twitter at SJoystickRadio. Follow us on Instagram at Super Joystick Radio. Subscribe on YouTube for Let's Plays and streams, and to watch us record the show live each week. Sub to our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/SuperJoystickRadio. Visit superjoystickradio.com for all of the social media links, the merch store as previously mentioned, and to join our Discord server also as previously mentioned. Right now, we just want to shout out to our awesome Discord server. All the people on there are talking about fun game stuff, food, not safe for work memes, everyday life, supporting each other when times are rough. So it's a real good group of people, and we really appreciate having conversations on there. So thank you guys. Schmed, you want to plug game night?
Yeah, game night. Let's do the Gridiron
We should do
Rocket
that this
League
week for sure.
Yeah.
challenge. That game's Rocket League's a good one because it's cross play on everything. So
And it's free now.
PC, Xbox, Switch. Yeah,
Free.
free to play.
Play it for
Free.
free
We can
on
do
any
some-
platform. For free.
Get prepped for that Super Bowl, baby.
Whoop, whoop. Sports ball. All right. Leave us a text or voicemail via the SGR hotline. Like Justin was saying earlier, 630-551-8898. Type it in right now, 630-551-8898, and then put a little message in there, and it'll send it to us electronically, and we might read it on the show next week. In fact,
That's how it sounds.
in fact,
going
even
through
if
the
there
internet.
was like 100 messages that came in, we would read them all on the show. We would actually do an entire show just reading all of those. But if you send us one, you're almost certainly going to be on the show. So send something. You can be making fun of us if you want. Get in on the conversation. We'd love to hear your feedback or topic ideas on any platform. Like a great school birthday party, nobody leaves empty-handed. Here's your goodie bag for the week. Schmed, what do you have for the good people? Anything?
I feel like people. I feel like I mentioned this before, but I'm going to talk about Stick Figure. It's a great reggae band, the Ragu Festival. Check them out.
Delicious.
Can't go wrong. Their entire discography is straight fire. So if you're into some chill reggae vibes, Stick Figure.
Nice.
I thought you were going to say stick figure and then talk about your artistic skills. Like this is my self-portrait. I call it stick figure. It's now selling on eBay for a lot of money.
Right.
All right.
And on Etsy. Yeah.
Mine is I have an update on my DualSense charger Etsy purchase debacle.
Ooh.
So I had reported it to PayPal because Etsy told me that since I paid through PayPal that it was their problem now. Okay, so I sent a message and they said, well, we want to encourage you to work it out with the seller, which I'm like, well, fuck, because that person doesn't have an account on Etsy anymore after they sold me the item. So clearly I got burned, right?
Yeah.
And so I say all of this and I forgot about it because they say like you have to wait. You know, they're going to wait until like after January 31st or something, which happens to be today. But so I go into PayPal for something else and I see that I have a message. I'm like, oh, so I go in there and it's like, oh, your issue's been resolved. And I'm like, that doesn't sound good. So I go in there and it says that the seller provided proof of shipping, and so it was resolved. And I'm like, what? And so the person did say in PayPal, in response to my, me saying they didn't send it, they're like, well, we did actually send it, and here's the tracking number. And so I look up the tracking number, and it says it was delivered on that day you actually came to pick up the microphone.
Weird.
At 3:43 while we were recording the show, but I cannot find it anywhere. So I don't know if someone just like drove by and stole it, or
Porch pirate, porch bandit,
or what. Yeah, that's never happened to me before though. So I'm like, or is it sitting around, and now it's snowed. So is it sitting under like to the side of my porch, like under a thing of snow, or
yeah, maybe.
I have no idea, but I'm very annoyed, and it's kind of bugging me now because now I just want to like look everywhere for it.
Right. Oh, totes.
So, and I don't know, it's still pretty shady because I know that FedEx isn't gonna like lie about that, but why would this person delete their account and not give me the tracking number until I complained about how I didn't receive the item?
Right.
Right. Yeah, and it said that it got here 2 days before I complained. So, I wouldn't have complained if I would have gotten the package. It's all very strange. So I don't know.
Very.
You might see another update in the future. Hopefully we'll see.
Nice.
All right. Sorry. That was a long one. Justin D, what do you got?
No, I was just saying, hey, if you're looking for something to binge in these long wintry days, especially if you're in Illinois and you just got a shit ton of snow just dumped on you, 34 seasons of Survivor exists on Hulu. So if you are a fan of Survivor, or if you have never watched Survivor, check it out. Me and my wife love to watch Survivor. So
that is a lot of seasons.
Yes.
How long would that take you?
Too long.
34 seasons?
It's about 15 episodes each season, so yeah.
Hour long?
Hour long, yeah. Minus commercial, so they're 40 minutes or so. So yeah.
Good God. That is like the longest show to binge.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, my friend.
Yes.
All right.
Godspeed.
That's all we've got for you guys this week. Thanks for listening. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.
That was fun.
Huh.
I like it.